Guys, this is John, host of MGTOW is Freedom. Coming back from a big weekend, lots of thinking going on in my head, so I'm going to share it with you this week as it all unfolds. Oh man, it's good to be a man, right? MGTOW, men going their own way. Feels so good being a man, right? The world is in my palm, right? And in my other palm, I was holding my nuts this morning, looking in the mirror and saying, John, you have the penis, you have the balls, go make it happen. But I started instantly, as soon as I hopped in the truck here, thinking about complaints I've heard lately about men from women. They say there aren't any men. And I'm thinking, what? Did aliens come and kidnap all the men? Right? Abduct them and haul them off? No, that didn't happen, obviously. But what has been happening, and it hasn't been obvious, there are several things going on. I would like to think, and I know it's not true, that men have gone MGTOW, and they're telling all of these gold-digging whores to go sit on a bar stool without a seat and just get the fuck out. Now that's happening. I don't know what percentage it is, but there's a good percentage, even if it's 0.5%. I wish it was more, of men who are now telling women, I'm just not interested. I'm not interested in having you as a girlfriend. I'm not interested in paying your bills for you. I'm not interested in raising your kids for you. I'm not interested in taking a bunch of crap, feeling bad about myself so that you can have it easier until you're ready to move on. No, thank you. Okay, now that's one of the ways that women can go, there's just not any men left. Here's number 2. And I think this one is actually self-evident. The economy is slowing down. Real wages are dropping. Inflation is increasing. And men, especially men who have gotten rid of women, they realize, fuck, I'm in debt, right? I can't afford more. I think there's a small percentage of men, and I don't know whether it's 5% or 10%, realize they just can't afford another gold-digging, high-maintenance girlfriend. Because as soon as they get you, what do they do, guys? What do they do? As soon as they get you, they start asking for stuff. They want to go to dinners, which are then big fancy dinners that you can't afford. They want a new car, right? They want you to help them. They have their bills and they ask you for help. Oh, they have no problem asking you for help. Just listen to the way they talk and you'll hear it. They're clever about it, right? They make it seem like they're doing you a favor by letting you help out, right? Oh, it's fascinating when you stop and start listening to the clever ways that women use men. But there's one way, I think, the biggest way that men no longer appear visible to women, right? Women say, I can't find a good man, or there's no men left, right? It has a little to do with MGTOW. It has a little to do with men being broke. It has a little to do with men being just tired of the game and seeing it, right? That women are bitches. I think it's because women, on the whole, have set their standards so high that no man can meet it. They continuously add, with every chick flick, with every issue of Cosmo and Redbook, women are making it more difficult for themselves. With every reality TV show, with every television broadcast that tells them one more way they need to have something, some materialist need met, some social standard exceeded for themselves. They have valued themselves that way, that they're so good they have to have it all. And if they don't get it, they're just not gonna be happy enough to go with that man. Right? They think that their pussy now, a lot of them, is so good that unless the man meets all of their criteria ahead of time, they won't give it up. Right? It is amazing. Now, there are, of course, the gold-digging whores out there that will continue to use men for a free meal on a daily basis as man bait. Because if a man's with her, she must be worth having, yes? That's what they think, and that's the game they play by having a boyfriend while they monkey branch up on the money, car, house, social scale. But for all those women who know they can't make it. What are they doing, guys? Right? What the fuck are they doing? They want a man, because they want those men to take care of them. And they're looking around and they're going, there's just none available. There's just none available. Where's that coming from, right? Where's it coming from, that thought? By the way, click thumbs up, right? Click subscribe while I'm thinking about it. Okay, back to the story. So these women, they're saying there's no men, there's no good men left. They've set their standard so high, right? And you can see them in YouTube videos. Other MGTOW men find these videos of them. I go out and I interview men all the time. And then I interview women. And they don't know it's an interview. They just think I'm talking to them. But I see women, right? And they're single moms. I look at them and examine them. Why would I want that pig? Right? She's overweight. She's got resting bitch face. I can tell what kind of a person is by the behavior of their kids, right? Their kids are out of control. She's out of control. If the kids are little slobs, she's a little slob. Right? If she's driving a shitty car, what does that tell you? Right? She's no good with money. So do you want that, right? You're adopting a problem by finding these women. And if they're not single moms, just single. Unwed women. What are they doing? Talk to them and find out. How many boyfriends have you had? Right? You can ask them that. A lot of them will tell you, I've had 15 boyfriends this year. Right? Or how many dates do you go on in a month? I have to go on 6 dates. They'll tell you what kind of trouble they are. How much work they're going to be. It's incredible what they'll tell you. But their complaint is there are no good men around. And I'm thinking there's no good men. I mean, there's no men that bust their ass, work their ass off. They have a house, they have a car, but that's not good enough for these women, right? They don't want a studio apartment or an apartment, right? They don't want to live on that side of town. One second. Oh, Mr. Sheriff. Okay. They don't want to live on that side of town, wherever that side is. Right? They're going to tell you they want a good place. Now, if they know that you're making the money, then they can say, well, Mr. Man, I'll move in with you, but we need to get another place. But they keep finding reasons to reject men, right? And then to say there's no good men around. It's because of their standards. They think that they are princess material and that they are worthy of being spoiled just because they have a set of titties, just because they have an ass and a vagina and a face, right? And you can't have any of it hardly. A lot of these women, they just fucking cold, right? They don't give anything, but they want it all. They think they're brilliant. Truly, they think they're brilliant because they've attended school. They think they're smart. I've seen monkeys perform tasks. I've seen parrots recite Shakespeare. Not very well, but I've seen that same behavior from women. Now, obviously, they're smarter than parrots and monkeys. Some of them. But, they're not getting it done. But they look at you and go, he's not smart enough for me. And I'm thinking, are you kidding? He doesn't work hard enough. What, are you kidding? What job do you have that allows you to drive that 1979 Caprice? It's got shit falling off of it. It's just incredible to me. Incredible. And some of these girls, it's not even the man's fault. Their daddy gives them a brand new car and sends them out the door for life. They think they are goddesses that need to maintain a new car, a social status symbol every year, and that some guy better provide it. And they can't find young men to do it for them. Right? The young women in their early 20s, they want a guy right away that's going to give them everything, and they're not going to find it from a man in his 20s. Right? It's just not going to happen. Like, I didn't buy my first house till I was 26. They're not finding it fast enough. These women aren't. And they're saying, we can't find any good men. We can't find any good men. Well, the fact is their standards are set so high. They want every man to look like Brad Pitt or Kane. They want it. They want the handsome, muscular dude. They want the powerful financial man. First shot, right out the gate, they want it all. And when they can't find it, right, they keep trying, they keep trying, they keep trying, they can't find it. Then they say shit like that, right? And it's funny, it cracks me up. Women, I've heard them talking to each other, and I've asked them about it. They settle for men. Well, I had to settle for this one. I couldn't find anything else. I'm thinking, what is this? A fucking shopping used car lot? They couldn't find another slave? Seriously, I couldn't find anything better. And so they settle with a guy. And this is the fucked up mentality, is they think they're settling for men. And they'll push them like a slave. They'll whip and crack the fucking whip on them like a slave. Work, work, work. Gimme, gimme, gimme. Until they find another one. Right? If a woman is settling for you, she doesn't really want you. She's just going to use you. And sadly, that's the fucking attitude of every woman I run across. And maybe there's a fucking barn full of unicorns that's happy and has a man, and that's why I never hear from him. Never ever see him. Right? Because the absence of something's present doesn't mean that it doesn't exist. That would be a little bit of philosophy there. But, proof that they exist, oh, they're out there. It's just you're not going to find them. Not you, no. Right? It's near impossible to find any woman who doesn't, in the first 10 minutes, reveal herself to being a materialist, feminist, gold-digging whore. It's just not going to happen. But the reason women say there's no good men is because they value and hold themselves out as a prize. And then their standards are set too high. Too high. They should be happy to get a man, period, regardless of looks or income. Should, but they don't. It's amazing how many women will admit that they want someone to take care of them. And then they'll turn around and say, but I don't want to have to do anything for it. And their willingness to trade that man in instantly. To trade that man in instantly when something better comes along goes to show the level of immorality women have. It is astounding, the level of immorality they have. We're just assets to them. We're just slaves, and so they won't settle for anything but the best. They've fucked themselves into a mental corner so hard by telling themselves how good they are and how worthy they are to have only the best, that they now will not settle for anything but the best, and they start to recite, there are no good men. Whether it's a man's behavior, he doesn't get the door, right? Oh, he gets the door too much. There's always criticism for men from these bitches. There's nothing but unending criticism. And they laugh at us. They go, well, all men want to do is have sex. Well, if that's all we want, and that's all we get out of you for the first 3 months, and then we can get rid of you, and who's the smart one here and who isn't? We get what we want without all the fucking long-term headaches and paying for that depreciating asset. It's crazy. We get what we want, you dumbasses don't. Right? And I hate to put it onto teams like that, but they have done this. Feminists have done this. Right? People, women, have been coerced into believing the feminist lies, and now they're paying for it. Now they can't find a good man, they say. I can't find a man. There's just no real men left. It's incredible to me. Anyways, I'll lay off that. You guys have a great day. Please click subscribe. Please click share. Share this video, all MGTOW videos, with other men. And also, thumbs up if you haven't. Reminder here, thumbs up all MGTOW videos, all channels, so that YouTube spreads the message, right, to people in similar subjects. They'll start recommending MGTOW. And it's an interesting cure, right? A little bit of MGTOW medicine goes a long way to making the man brain wake up and go, wait a minute, there is something wrong here. Maybe I need to examine this. Maybe I need to make some changes in my life and see how it works out. Maybe I need to quit believing that my woman is the only one and I have to do everything on the planet for her. and she'd better start taking care of me. That's some interesting thoughts out there. For us, we've been doing it a while, right? If you think like MGTOW and have for years and years, that's no big deal. But for men who've never thought that way, it is news indeed. All right, guys. Remember, all right, MGTOW is freedom. Thanks for everything. Thanks for subscribing, commenting, of course, and then all the fan funding. It's been great, keeping me in good scotch and cigars. Take care, guys.